My friend started a new company and I was interested in a position there. I already had a full-time job, so this would be a side job on times I was free. They were just starting out and had steep startup costs, building rental, equipment, etc. They asked if me and another person could work for free until they could build a stable customer base. I considered it an internship in a way, but not really. I was learning some new things, it was worth trying out, and I was helping out my friend. There were 2 other owners of the company aside from my friend. One owner I didn't get along with, let's call him G. G was a rich guy who knew nothing about running a business and thought just having an idea, hiring people, and spending money were all it took. He talked real big, bragged about stuff I don't think was true, and whined about doing too much for the business. He was inconsiderate of others people's time. He always asked people to do things for him, but when it was the other way around, he was too busy. He went on vacation once a month for a week or 2 and refused to do any work then, but will pester us on our days off. I didn't have to deal with him often, and he mostly handled the marketing and what he considered fun stuff at the business. I decided it was best to avoid G and was able to for 2 months. Even though it was a volunteer job, I took it seriously and did the best I could by being dependable and having a good attitude. Clients liked me and gave my friend compliments on my work. I worked well with everyone, and as long as I limited my time talking to G, it was fine. Without discussing it with anyone, G decided to change the locks at the business. We didn't get a warning. Just, hey guys, I changed the lock, I'll give you the keys 3 days later. A client ended up scheduling an appointment for the next day, and I needed the new key to get in. It took me 30 minutes to drive to the business, and G wanted me to go out of my way to his home to pick it up, instead of meeting me at the business. He lived about a 7-minute drive from the business, and that would add 15 minutes on top of my commute. He wouldn't answer his phone, even though I tried calling him several times, and only communicated by text. I wasn't happy with his unwillingness to meet me because he was making my job harder and using resources he didn't pay for, gas and time. He was also the one that caused the inconvenience. I tried calling him again, but he wouldn't answer. So I just texted him I wasn't happy with the situation. Apparently, this complaint rubbed him the wrong way, and he texted back blaming me for not notifying him earlier about the client. The time he notified us that he changed the locks and the client making an appointment was a 2-hour difference. I was getting tired of this and told him to talk to my friend. He got even more upset with my response and finally called me. The call started out with him saying my name, then yelling at me, repeating things several times, and barely even letting me talk. He called me disrespectful and emphasized how he was the owner. How I was the employee and I was rude to talk to him that way. I called him inconsiderate and said I volunteered my time to. For him to cut me off with, if you don't like it, then quit. He just kept yelling that over and over. Anytime I tried to say anything, he just yelled louder. I finally got fed up and said I'm not grabbing the key, and he accused me of making it worse. His yelling turned into screaming at me, and I just said F*** this and hung up on him. I notified the client I couldn't meet her and instructed her how to reschedule. I told my friend what happened, who tried to salvage the situation. He explained to me this isn't uncommon behavior of G, and he had done it to both owners. He never apologizes and pretends nothing happens. G reported back to my friend, saying I blew up. It was a small squabble, and he doesn't remember what he said. He said some manipulative crap like how I was family to him. I wasn't going to feed his stupid, undeserving ego and be verbally abused. He made it very clear how he saw me as a lowly employee and how grateful he was. Whatever respect I had for him was gone, and all I saw was an idiotic man-child with anger issues. I took his advice, if you don't like it, then quit. I quit. They had to find another person to take my shift since they were already operating on a skeleton crew. My friend and I are still on good terms. Unfortunately, it was a loss for my friend too, even though it wasn't his fault, so I didn't inquire too much about what happened after I left. Like and subscribe now for more.